haven't tweeted much about a certain idea that enrages people. Since I don't think we can have recessions or ones that last, people don't want to face the facts. It would render macro ineffective. It violates every norm of old school macro. It alters the perspective of economists. Putting it in the SPY is a poor idea, isn't it? That doesn't increase your purchasing power. This will save you money. You ought to keep something, since its value exceeds the price you paid for it. However, unless you own cryptocurrency or NASDAQ, you are not eligible for that award. In other words, money comes in and goes out. You can still use it to purchase goods, of course, but it doesn't increase your wealth. I don't think any of you would want to pass up the opportunities that Rayo Pal pointed out to me at this time, especially with regard to cryptocurrency and XRP. Much is changing at the moment. In addition, I find it amazing how far we've come. Trump has intentions and things have happened. Let's dissect that for everybody. Great folks, we're going to connect it to XRP in today's movie. To ensure that everyone sees it, kindly click like. Let's start the film now. Beyond that, I go even farther. What the underscore is an asset now, he asks himself. When you already have a GI, why do you need one? Put differently, what do we mean when we refer to markets and stores? It makes no difference. All right, these are merely tales of how there is a true solution or something that is capable of doing it correctly. Then, how do you make investments? What is a business? Why are they necessary? Why is it that businesses require employees? We don't give such things much thought. Remember that a company is a means of formally treating multiple individuals as a single person. The word corporation originates from this. However, these technologies are capable of many of these tasks. Why we need money is beyond me, aside from food and the like. However, there's a lot. I've written a lot on attention, but I still think it's the key. Hypertension, or excessive attention on one person, is symbolized by the lovers at the summit of the tree. It's followed by attention, such as when you go out for a drink with a friend and talk loudly. That's nice attention and it feels good. People work for companies and are rewarded when they get promoted because they want attention more than anything else. I believe fiat money will be obsolete if people can swiftly adapt to Bitcoin. Additionally, I believe that in the next 10 to 20 years, cryptocurrency will play a significant role in everyone's life. Additionally, there will most likely be multiple cryptocurrencies. In many respects, everyone benefits more from this global currency system. Additionally, I believe that cryptocurrency will aid in the development of numerous minor nations worldwide. I want to share something with you. The government will have significant financial influence for the first time ever. In other words, going to an online monitor allows you to choose which rules to enact throughout either your current reality or the realm of computers. These are my predictions for the next 20 years. With your Bitcoin, you will be able to cast a vote in a decentralized autonomous organization DAO. Every law is up for vote and you can move inside a DAO. You won't have to worry about whether your country's Republican, Democratic, or other party can accommodate your needs and desires. You'll have a voice. There will be no need for 98% of the individuals in control. It seems like everyone would benefit from that. Your spending will demonstrate your political clout just as the taxes you pay. Almost anything else is an option. No one likes going outside in 30 degrees Celsius, working hard, and injuring their body merely to get paid. So of course, you and I dislike doing all the hard labor. Most people don't like that, but masochists might. At some point, AI, AGI, or AI-controlled robots will perform all of those tasks. In the long run, I think that will benefit society and allow people to focus on learning more. The remainder of their life, as by that time, machines will be doing the majority of the labor-intensive tasks. Therefore, I do believe that cryptocurrency will be a significant factor in how we determine our purpose in life. It's similar to how individuals can consider and respect their own society. Naturally, when this technology advances, an AI named 500 will create products that people will utilize, find extremely meaningful in their lives, and find valuable. To me, that sounds like the future. Yes, please share your thoughts with me. Do you have anything more amazing to offer, Ralph? After I finish playing it, we'll discuss some other XRP-only topics. Use the cash framework, business cycle framework, and financial conditions framework to keep current. It appears that they will want additional funding in order to renew the debt, which will increase their assets even further. To reiterate, the business cycle is important to the ISM. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the typical American operating a typical company in a typical town? It has had a low ISM. They make some quite foolish statements. People's incomes haven't gone up. It's true. You have too many mortgages. Your car costs too much, etc. In other words, when the economy improves, both individuals and businesses have more money to spend and invest. The risk curve is always the basis for that. That's what the market does. The game is that. Additionally, he stated that Julian, other than that, altcoins are same. Everything remains the same. It looks like everything is about to go wrong for us. We have every reason to believe that will occur. Additionally, we've already discussed topics like the magnitude of the global M2 and dollar fluctuations. The idea that asset prices will fluctuate more than people anticipate is unfounded. I believe the other side of the cycle will last longer than many initially anticipated because of this minor alteration. In addition, the business cycle has been quite low for a long time. Working through Afterco extends the business cycle. CoinRabbit has paid for this video. Before we rewatch the film, I want to mention a few things about them. You can rent cryptocurrency with CoinRabbit. Your Bitcoin will be secure and you can get money fast. Using CoinRabbit is quite easy. Once you have an account, obtaining a cryptocurrency loan is simple. To determine the cost, you can utilize several LTV and security options. You then provide your payout details. The money must be sent to you. After arranging it by phone or email, you will immediately receive the cryptocurrency loan. You can spend the coin whenever you want once you get it, and they will only inform you about it. You may always check on your asset to see how it's doing. If you want to borrow Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, USDC, or the one and only XRP, you can use any of the top 322 coins as collateral. Before you read my entire post below, determine if CoinRabbit is available where you are. To sign up with CoinRabbit and use their website, click this link. If you utilize my link, you will receive additional rewards that are exclusively available through it. Although we haven't confirmed it yet, it appears to be in the second quarter of 2024. However, if the dollar falls below 90, things could improve. This would indicate that they had indeed reached a consensus over Mar-a-Lago. All right, let's leave. All right, so we may not fully comprehend it, or it may not be a whole bubble cycle. Who knows? However, one action at a time, and it looks nice. Wages, it turns out, do not account for this. P ratios are altered by the same factor that drives everyone insane. Over time, the PA ratio is increasing. Why is that? It debases the P, which causes it to rise. The letter E can be written in a variety of ways. The basement always goes up first because of this. Over time, we have also demonstrated that. This is what we consider broadly. We only discovered 2 items that have some value. After that, we comprehend something else. The most potent macro regime we have ever witnessed will occur if the basement moves 90% of the NASDAQ and NAS and ICE. All right, excellent. Because of this, using crypto code is quite simple. 90%. That's essentially it. Everything else is irrelevant because of something so powerful. What a fantastic concept. Let's now examine the NASDAQ. If we consider just one aspect of the economy, the NASDAQ is down 97%. When the removal of Bitcoin occurs, the fact that you are only